Good morning, boys and girls. We are going to take a look at your work at this adding fractions and mixed numbers sheet. Do remember that these involved word problems and just gave a little bit of context to our adding and subtracting. Now, as I go over this video, I am going to be showing you the problem solving that leads you to these answers. And so remember to pause the video along the way and make sure that you not only can say if your answer is right or wrong, but that if your answer is wrong, pause the video and ask yourself, where did my problem solving go wrong? And be specific, be able to put your finger in the problem and say, this is the moment where my problem solving went wrong. And in that way, boys and girls, we will fix our problems not only on our paper, but also in our brain and gain a better understanding of this concept. So let's take a look at number 17 first. With number 17, boys and girls, we were adding proper fractions. Notice as I go over this, I did solve it in the butterfly method, which is a new strategy that may work for some of us who were getting lost in this LCM LCD method. If you are uncertain of that butterfly method, remember to go back to Miss Lehman's butterfly method video and watch that first. It is good for our brains to see something new, and I want us all to at least have some experience with the butterfly method. And again, we want for one of these to be your go-to method, the method that you're most comfortable with, that you're reliably getting to the right answers with, but then the other one we're going to treat as a back pocket method. We want to understand it. And if we were asked to show our problem solving in two ways, we may be able to do that accurately and reproduce it, even though it may not be our go-to method. Again, boys and girls, take a look at your number 17. Did you arrive at the answer 1 7/20? If so, you're ready to continue with me to number 18. If not, pause this video and very critically take a look at your problem solving against my problem solving and look to see where your error was. Fix it on your paper, but make sure that your brain understands where that difference lies. Let's take a look at number 18. For number 18, boys and girls, we still had two proper fractions being added together. Again, here's the two different methods. Your answer should be 1/4. Give yourself a check on your paper if you got to 1/4. Give yourself an X on your paper if you did not. And again, pause the video and look and see why. Where did you make your error? If you got 1/4, you're ready to come with me to number 19. For number 19, our answer is 4 1/8. That's the fully simplified answer. Give yourself a check if you got that, and we're going to move on. Pause the video if you did not get that as your answer. Let's take a look at number 20. With number 20, boys and girls, we were looking at a multiple choice answer. So really all of this writing that is on here is for me to explain to you what you needed to do to account for the fact that the recipe needed to be doubled. In this question, boys and girls, take a look. It said one recipe called for 1 1/3 cups of strawberries and 1/4 of a cup of blueberries. But she wants to double the recipe. So how many cups of berries will she need to double the recipe? The first thing that you needed to do was find out what a single batch called for. When I add 1 1/3 and 1/4, when I add those together, I find out that she needs 1 7/12 for a single batch. But then I have to really pay attention to that key detail. Good mathematicians are also critical readers. And I have to double the recipe. Double the recipe by taking 1 7/12 plus 1 7/12. And again, since those have the same numerator, we can simply add the numerator, keep the denominator the same, and we get 2 14/12. But that has to be further simplified. The answer that you should have selected was 3 1/6. Again, if you didn't get the right answer, first of all, check and see, did you get this as your final answer, 1 7/12? If so, You may not have paid attention to the key detail that told you to double the recipe. Pause this and reread what I have written here to explain that process of doubling. If you didn't get 1 and 7/12 or 3 and 1/6, your problem solving lied in making an error in your computation. Take a very close look at my problem solving. If you're ready to go on to question 21, remind yourself, boys and girls, that questions 21 through 24 did ask you to give a rad answer. A rad answer in math means you have a detail, which oftentimes is showing your problem solving. But then you also have a restate and an answer. Those are the three components of rad. The restate uses words from the question, and then the answer is tucking that fractional answer into your restate sentence. For 21, our answer should have been 1/12 and a good sentence. The restate answer sentence should say something like, Asia and Africa cover 1/2 of the world's land area. Again, boys and girls, I was taking specific words from the prompt to turn around my answer and explain what 1/2 equals in context of the question. That's how I arrived at that answer. Okay, if you're ready, if you've given yourself a check, or if you understand where your error was, let's go on to 22. Same thing with 22. We really need to give our answer in context of the question. We'll take a look at that together. First of all, with our problem solving, boys and girls, for 22, you should have arrived at 2 and 5/12 as your answer. Showing your problem solving can be your detail. Now, let's come back to our question for 21. It asked us, how much flour did Elaine use in all? So to give a restate and an answer sentence, I need to say, Elaine used, notice this is my restate, I'm tucking my answer in now, 5/12 cups of flour. Guys, giving a rad answer in math is not rocket science. It's just restate, answer, and detail, showing your work. Okay, if you have that correct or know where your error lied, let's go on to 23. All right, boys and girls. Actually, my video is about to expire. So let me have that in another video. Click the next video, boys and girls.